Millions flock to the Skarloey Railway every year, making it one of the most successful narrow-gauge railways in the world. There are many little engines on this railway. They are Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, Rusty, Duncan, Ivo Q, Duke, and Bertram. All 9 of them work extremely hard, but usually they don't mind because they know that they are being really useful. But passengers aren't the only things that keep them useful. There are plenty of goods trains as well, as the roads are too narrow for lorries to travel on, and the goods are essential. Sir Handel hated goods trains, but let's face it, he pretty much hates everything. It was 5 a.m., and time for Sir Handel's early goods train.
Do you know how incredibly unreasonable it is to work right at the crack of dawn? I need my sleep!
If you didn't get up this early, you wouldn't get your work done before the day was over.
Huh!
His driver was right. Handel worked all day, pulling trucks and coaches, and arrived back at the shed absolutely exhausted.
You know, I believe slavery has been abolished for quite some time, hasn't it?
I can see it's been one of those days.
Why, my dear little Sir Handel, hard work builds character. If one is hard-working, then one is chivalrous, virtuous, and all around genuinely a fantastic entity.
Bertram, you know that thing of yours called a mouth?
Yes? Why?
Do me a favor and shut it!
The other engines were appalled.
How dare you speak to him like that?
But Sir Handel had already fallen asleep.
Oh, don't worry. He's just suffering from the effects of fatigue. Can make an engine very cranky, you know.
Yes, Bertram, we know.
And the other engines all drifted off to sleep. The next day, Mr. Percival had an important message for the engines.
As you probably all know, Ballyhoo Firearms & Co. have been smuggling illegal gunpowder into the island. Fortunately, we've found the whole supply of it not too far from here, and it needs to be destroyed by the government's order. We will detonate it at the ruins of the Boulder Quarry.
But what about the boulder?
The blast won't cause any more disturbances with that wretched thing. We have made sure of it. Anyway, the gunpowder is hidden in the defuse-it trucks, so no one will know what we're carrying. Who's going to take it, sir? This is a very serious job, and that can have absolutely no fooling around. I think you're all fine engines, but Skarloey is wise, and the job is suited for him.
Thank you, sir.
Sir Handel and Duncan were annoyed. They thought they should have taken the train. Skarloey was hitched up to the gunpowder vans just as Sir Handel came to fetch his coaches.
I should be pulling that. I'm the most important. As you may know, I am a sir.
Don't worry, Mr. Percival trusts you. But I know everything about trucks, so that's why he gave the job to me.
I should have taken the train. I get my jobs done quickly.
You wouldn't do this job quickly. You'd probably explode.
Before Duncan could reply, the guard blew his whistle and Skarloey was off. Skarloey was very careful with his cars. He knew that one simple bump could make him go up in flames. Skarloey was making good time. He reached the lake without trouble, but ahead of him was pure disaster.
What was that?
What?
I thought I saw someone move over there. Oh, never mind. It must have been a hallucination.
Oh, but it wasn't. Stop your train! Skarloey tried to reverse, but something happened so quick, and next thing Skarloey knew, his driver and fireman were standing face to face with armed gunmen. The men cocked their guns and pointed them at their faces. Skarloey had never been more terrified in his life. Good day, you two. Sorry for the rude interruption. Just got some business to deal with, that's all. Who are you, and what the hell do you want with us? Oh, how rude of me. Let me introduce myself. They call me Thitkins, and these are my, men. We work, or did work, for Ballyhoo Firearms & Co.
Oh dear.
We would appreciate it if you would give us your gunpowder, and maybe the locomotive as well. Go to hell! We can do this the easy way, or the hard way. No one knew that everything had been witnessed by a farmer who called the police, and they responded within seconds. The Sodor SWAT team grabbed their weapons and set off. All trains were halted, and the passengers and engines were furious.
What is the point of holding us up? I need an explanation.
This is absolutely ridiculous. We're over 10 minutes late and we don't know why.
Let's get a move on, goddammit!
Got him!
Everyone, I am so sorry to keep you all waiting, but we are dealing with an extremely dangerous and terrifying situation.
What's going on?
The number 1 locomotive on this railway has been confronted by a gang of gunmen. Everyone gasped. No one could speak. The chief of police went on. The police are responding as we speak, but because of this, we will have to cancel all trains. There will be buses coming soon to take you to your desired destinations. Meanwhile, Thitkins and his men were tormenting Skarloey and his crew. This is the finest gunpowder ever, and it is our living. You see, when Ballyhoo Firearms was shut down due to selling this illegal gunpowder from Afghanistan, we lost our jobs. And since we lost our jobs, we lost our homes. It'll take ages to find new jobs, so our boss, who escaped arrest due to hiding, offered us a deal. If we can give him this supply, we will be paid a quarter of the money that he gets from selling it to the black market. If I were you, I'd just stick to finding a new job. Yeah, there are other ways to get money instead of pointing guns in our faces. They didn't know that in the bushes watching them were 10 armed men pointing guns directly at Thitkins and his gang. Chief, this is Dodson. We found them, but we have 2 problems. 1, they have guns pointed at the hostages, and 2, we can't risk firing because missing would hit the gunpowder, and you know what would happen next. Roger that, Dodson. You know, what's the point of keeping you 2? You're free to go! The men shoved the crew out of the way, and then climbed into Skarloey and the brake van. Let's get rolling!
You won't get away with this.
This is Dodson again. They've released the hostages, but have hijacked the locomotive. We'll try to follow them, but the road doesn't keep up with the railway. Mr. Percival rounded up all the engines, who were all in deep shock. You have probably all heard about the trauma that has unfolded earlier. Well, fortunately, the driver and fireman have been released and have given us all the details of the men.
Well, that's a relief. But what about Skarloey?
The men have hijacked him and went further down the line. We do not know exactly where he is right now, but he can't get very far without being sighted if he's on rails.
The situation is just unbelievable. No one should have to go through this!
You are quite right, Duke. Since the road does not meet the railway further down the line, it would be most prudent to use railway to transport the SWAT team. We will need 2 locomotives, preferably steam, to avoid any sparks that could ignite gunpowder, and a fair bit of rolling stock. Of course, choose whichever engines you like. Oh dear, I'm not very good at this. The dark brown one looks pretty strong, and reminds me of chocolate,
Thought you's you.
Yes, sir. I've always wanted to get involved with crime. Or, I mean, stopping it, of course. That's what I totally meant to say.
And, I've always liked Blue, so you as well. Sir Handel was mortified. Sir, with all due respect, this is a very frightening job. Also, do I have to work with Sir Handel? This is an emergency. Please, just do it. So Sir Handel's driver and fireman stoked him up. He set off. Skarloey puffed down the line with Thitkins and his men. He tried to resist their control, but it was futile.
So where are we taking this gunpowder?
To our truck, you idiot! We parked it up at the slate quarry.
You blithering idiot. You hijacked me past the quarry, and you're going in the complete opposite direction.
There was a loud crack, and Skarloey stopped.
Ow!
Boots! You are such a f***ing idiot! Reverse the train now!
I'm afraid you've jammed the brake when you stopped the engine.
Damn.
This is ever so exciting. We're going on a rescue mission.
No, Bertram. We are going on a death march.
Oh, don't be so negative, Sir Handel. Focus on what could go right instead of what could go wrong.
Yeah, like being blown to bits. Everything clear? Good. I'll ride in the brake van. Everyone climbed into the coaches and vans, and the mission was ready to begin.
Commence Operation Railway Pirates.
Pirates?
Yes, they are pirates. They are pirating illegal goods.
How the hell are we going to fix this? We haven't even got super glue.
Try toothpaste.
Like I carry toothpaste around, eh? Right, I just got a message from Harold's crew. The train's apparently stuck on the other side of the old iron bridge. Oh, great. Fortunately, there's a junction to an old branch line, so Sir Handel will go down that and eventually meet up with Skarloey and the hijackers. And do what? Distract them, of course. There's a turntable on the way, and I suggest you use it. It will be easier to see what is going on if you are facing towards it. More like so I can get bullets shot in my face. It doesn't matter if you get shot. You're made of steel. For us, it's a different matter. Now come along. Orders are orders. And Sir Handel, shaking on his wheels, set out, not knowing if he would come back alive. All right, we are basically stuck. We could hijack another locomotive. We're already in too much trouble, Bogus. Shh! Did you hear that? Who's there? If you come near us, we'll blast your face off. All right, on the count of 3, you'll shoot forward, and we'll attack them. I think someone's watching us. Now! Ah! Fire! Reach them! The Handel blew smoke everywhere. The gunshots suddenly stopped.
When the smoke cleared, he saw that everyone but Thitkins had been grabbed by the SWAT team and were officially under arrest.
Where's Thitkins? Over there, on the bridge. You'll never catch me alive, suckers!
But before he could start running, Bertram and his crew arrived on the other side of the bridge. Thitkins was trapped.
It's useless to resist.
Toss your weapon over the side of the bridge, and we can settle this the easy way.
Did you think I'll surrender this easily? I lost my job because of the wretched government, and I will get it back if I have to blow up everyone on this planet. If you do not drop your weapon, we will have no choice but to fire.
He's gonna get himself killed.
I doubt you guys have the guts to do so. Go ahead, shoot me!
Do not underestimate us. We will fire if we have to.
He's not thinking straight. We must persuade him to surrender.
It's no use reasoning with criminals.
You're getting a one-way ticket to a very pathetic way to die.
Come and get me!
Come shoot me down like a helpless little bird. You've got 5 seconds.
If I can't reason with him, I'll use force.
Sir Handel raced forward, banged into Skarloey, and moved across the bridge.
What are you doing? Saving this man's life.
Thitkins tried to run, but the train caught up with him. The brake van didn't hit him that hard, but the force was strong enough to push Thitkins off the bridge. Everyone was quiet. Then, Thitkins' head popped above the water.
Is he dead? No, but he looks pretty injured, so it'll be easy to catch him.
Sir Handel felt embarrassed, but was surprised to see everyone cheering for him.
Well done, Sir Handel. I don't get it. I shoved a guy off a bridge.
He wasn't going to surrender, and you saved us from doing the extremely difficult task of killing a man.
I'm impressed that you had compassion for him. He was obviously a criminal, but you still saved his life.
He did not kill anyone. That was not his intent. He was just getting revenge from losing his job, which of course is wrong though, but he was just very desperate. And I would have succeeded if it weren't for you meddling engines.
Thitkins and his men were arrested, and when the engines arrived back at their shed, everyone cheered for them.
3 cheers for Sir Handel and Bertram!
Thank goodness you're safe and sound.
A very fine effort indeed. I wouldn't have been able to face men with guns in my face.
Sir Handel and Bertram, I cannot say how proud I am of you two. You both prevented what could have been a serious tragedy by being extremely brave. We will place a plaque in the shed commemorating your effort.
Thank you, sir. But most of this was Sir Handel's effort. He was the one who got the pirate in custody.
Sir Handel was too exhausted to say anything. He just beamed from buffer to buffer. Sir Handel still hates being overworked, but his mood soon changes after the big engines see him. They say, "Look, there's Sir Handel, the bravest engine on the Skarloey Railway. He stopped the attack of the railway pirates." Hearing this makes him feel like a really useful engine.